Hey there, sign of Leo. This is Kim, here to give you your messages for your next 3-day messages. Hope you're doing good. I still haven't really decided if I want to pull a Celtic cross or not. I'm feeling like I should. But first, let's get one of these cards from Kim Krans Wild Unknown Archetype deck, and let's just start off. Start off slow. Let's see what you have for Leo. By the way, if you need a private reading, they start at $20. They go up from there, and the information's in the description box below. Thank you all so much, by the way, for your support with those. Lots of Leos. I've had lots of Leos come to me for readings. Oh, how beautiful. Beautiful, the prayer. A prayer being answered. Okay, interesting. This card also comes with lightworker abilities, healing abilities. As a message, right? So a prayer was sent, received, and it's being answered for you. Nice. Let's see what else we can get about this prayer. What about it? About this prayer that Leo has sent out. What about this prayer for Leo? What about this prayer? Energy. It's relativity. It's the formula for energy. Energy. Multiverse. It's all relative. And you're moving from there. You're moving. Moving somewhere. See, so it's saying like it's all relative, but they have the multiverse card, which that card is about there being lots of different yous and possibilities, different versions of you, and it's like they're saying each experience that you're having, even in the multiverse, it's all relative. But something here with this prayer is getting you from where you are now and where you want to be with the rotation and revolution. So it's something is taking, okay, so be open to limitless possibilities here with this multiverse. You hold the key, Okay, they're making me go a little bit more. This means, this literally can mean you move from one place externally, physically. It can mean that you shift perspectives from internally, and then, let's see, then that's going to end up shifting things for you too. Entropy. Entropy is dysfunction, scatteredness here. No order, chaos. But they're saying it's all relative. Looks like you're going to be moving out of this energy of entropy where things lacked order, or there was some sort of, it doesn't always have to be confusing. It can just be like something feels like it's not in order. Maybe you feel like if there's a lot of multiverses out there, this is not the one that you're wanting to be at. Maybe you're wanting to jump timelines, be in a different timeline, have a different focus. So you're literally being given the energy here, and I mean some sort of assistance with this prayer energy to set your eye on a target, gravitational acceleration. It's going to, whatever you're wanting right now, seems like it's going to speed up dramatically for you achieving what you want. Like I said, where you want to be versus where you are. This is the act of the movement. It's like you've now, there's some sort of new energy coming in here that's like, feels like action time. Eclipse. And I have the eclipse. Which is this could be something that's being revealed to you. Proton, positive change. Positive change. Something really good here, Leo, about you stepping into a new timeline that's bringing about a lot of positive change for you. There's one choice you made, one decision, one, you could have thought of it as like one test that you had to pass, and you did. And so, yeah, this is positive change, positive movement. Proton. Hang on one second. Let me look up. I know a proton is the positively charged particle. It's total positivity. I mean, it's like metaphorically too. They're meaning this is completely positive. Something that you've accessed. Wow, yeah, parallel universe. That's what I was feeling with the multiverse, because it's a certain choice or decision. It's like it was time for something to come together. Fusion on the bottom. It was divine timing, right, in a sense, but like you had this choice point. You have a lot of different choices. They all lead to a different place. But this particular choice point that you're making right now, they're saying it's leading you out of this entropy and into a time where there's a lot of positive movement towards your goals, towards what you desire. And it's all because there has to be a belief here tied to the cosmic network that you have, that you hold, of I can access anything in the quantum field of information. I have access to anything I don't know, I can figure out. Anything that I really desire, I can have, I can achieve. Where there's a will, there's a way. But this is like even deeper than that. It's belief and then choices. So an important choice that has, and wonder what it has to do with the prayer. Let's see. You know what it feels like? It feels like the prayer is the result of something that was meant to manifest, but we're on a linear like timeline here. And so from our perspective, certain things have to be completed to get to the next step, let's say, right? Because we do things like in steps, in a certain order. And it seems like some sort of action or choice that you've made recently, very recently, is kind of like, okay, now it puts this answered prayer into action. Now is divine timing. Something about the formula. In order for a new energy to be created with fusion, there had to be something that shifted, and you had to take some sort of action first. At least on this timeline. Also, time is all relative. Okay. Time is all relative. Also. Because that is talking about divine timing. And so that's kind of interesting. But I'm reading it today as change because I feel like we have a lot of action energy here. Tell me about the prayer. Wow. Releasing the hold of the past, releasing the hold of anything kind of material that we're holding on to, an old way of doing things, a mindset, whatever it was that was kind of keeping us either stuck in our old ways, whatever it was, anything that was stopping us from being able to feel like we had complete authority and control of our lives. Instead, we were feeling entropy, where you don't feel like the emperor in a bunch of entropy. It feels like nothing's really going according to how you see something going. And this is, well, that's the opposite. So it's like once we released this entropy, once we realized what things in the past it was tied to, we stepped into our true power. So at 4/4 Emperor, a power like unto a god. It's really asserting yourself in a beautiful, powerful way. This is an energy I associate with people of power and influence that have control over the reins of their life, right? They are the authority. I like to say you are the author of your own authority. But sometimes it doesn't feel like that. So 4/4, that's a really good sign that your angels are saying, stay on your path. We're here with you. You're building firm foundations. You're becoming strong. You're growing, and they're being supported, protected, directed by the angels. So stay strong and stay steady. No, it's meant to go in the reverse, isn't it? Yeah. Justice in the reverse over entropy. Something wasn't fair. Something wasn't fair here to you. 7 of Swords, Justice in the reverse to the 10 of Swords. Ooh, and the 4 of Swords. And the Sun. Oh, goodness. What in the world did you go through? Because you have... It feels like it was one of the, I know this sounds out there, it feels like a multiverse thing. It feels like a timeline where there are things from your past, in your past, that like say that you got kind of attached to, or that you held on to, or that it just seemed like you were in the certain place for it to be there. And there was so much illusion and deception. I'm getting there was a lot of blame. There was a lot of shame. Deception from everyone. It was just so off balance. And so it completely, I think you've completed or ended being on this timeline or this multiverse where you have experienced such deception and such hard times. Even letting go of addictions, vices, fears that held us back, that can be included in that 4 of Pentacles in the reverse. That energy would make you want to guard yourself and stay put. It does, I mean, because this feels like trauma. It feels like a lot of trauma. It feels like things that you had to, well, you completely ended it, right? But you had to heal. And this healing took, it took a while. 4 of Swords. 444. That's why you are being guided to take as much action as possible to let go of this old timeline. Stepping into the new, the sun, your own beautiful energy. And both of these cards, really, the Sun and the Emperor, both are so strong for being leaders, pioneers, powerful, really powerful energy. So the good news is that you've really healed from this quite a bit. The Ten of Swords doesn't happen overnight, and it can be our own doing. It can be others that get attracted to our story because of our vibration. But sometimes the Ten of Swords is how we've betrayed ourselves little by little, over and over. But either way, this comes to completion. Like it's done. No more allowing those energies to come near you that could possibly be in this energy, but also you not hurting yourself either in any way. So essentially, you helped answer your own prayer. King of Pentacles reverse. Let's look at our signs. We have Aries, Leo, Capricorn, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra, and Taurus out here. This was a partnership that had a lot of betrayal or uneven, not equal, unbalanced energies that you may be moving on from. Like, because this is what I typically look at the King of Pentacles being in the reverse is when we've decided, you know, if you've, for example, if you've given a lot of your financial help to somebody, or and found out that there was Seven of Swords energy here the whole time, or you've known something was shady, you might be changing your mind of who you want to be committed to, or who you help support even. This is, I see this as somebody, or now, and then for others of you, this is a specific person who was in that role where they were supposed to be committed. They were in a partnership with you. They had a contract with you. Something like that. It could be something that involves money because it's a pentacle. But there was discord. Five of Wands. There was discord. There was lying. There was cheating. There was abusive energy here. And it made something so off balance. So that they're the energy of someone that majorly screwed up in a commitment. Or that would be that type of person. So take it as it resonates. Look what you're going towards instead. And please don't use gender here when we're doing tarot, because this, I usually see the kings as action and leaders here. And you see all this action that you have. The Emperor, the Sun, that is a masculine energy too. The King of Cups. So the King of Cups says master of his own heart. And this is when we're leading from a place of love. It can be a person. It can be a person. After it could have been quite some time where we felt like we didn't know what to do or what we're going to do. There's the Eight of Swords. Can be a lot of anxiety about limitations, freedom, or moving forward, how to, just things like that. So this is coming in. This is different. This is like a heart connection, or a person that connects with your heart. Yeah, if changes in the air with the Eight of Wands. Changes in the air is what it says on the card. This is Todd Alcott's Sci-Fi Tarot. That's good news. Leo might be coming out of hermit mode. Good news, Leo. Good news, Leos. Picking up fast. Forward motion. Picking up fast. Something could be love communication coming in here for some. if that's what you're wanting. Oh, hell. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. The Empress and the Emperor and the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups. What? What? This is like the divine counterparts of the most, I don't even want to see that Five of Pentacles. No more. I'm covering it up. Because no more. We have good news coming in. And this is a king and queen. They are the divine counterparts. Most loving couple. Compassionate. You would really want to be around these people. They're just really good. They're a perfect couple, especially in love. And the Emperor and the Empress is a power couple over all of the kings, over all of the queens. Wow. It's big. It's big. This energy is huge. It's a perfect match. I gotta pull from the Sweet Love Tarot. Or T. Choose wisely, it says. Choose wisely. Yeah, you don't want another experience like what you've been through, do you? No. No. Looking for alignment. Looking for alignment. That's alignment. These people like to create and invent. They're very stable, very wealthy, wealthiest. And, wow, elegant. Elegant. I have timeless elegance. You're always beautiful to someone who loves you. Confident, real, and standards. So I saw that. Choose wisely. And then here's these matches. It's about who you choose and what your standards are. Keeping your standards high for your next choice. Love stories. Communicating what needs to be said. Tough love, truth talk. Love stories. Okay, those are just, they don't always resonate. That's why I don't use them that much. But I think that this is like a love story coming in. It changed my reading completely. However, like I said, the Empress and the Emperor and the Empress both could like make a lot of different things, be very wealthy from business, what they create. Oh, my whole... And when I saw that timeless elegance, I thought it said timeless ageless on it, like timeless, like you're ageless. And then I see this card and it's like, it's kind of like that. Fine tuning. But this card is my billionaire card. It is big. It's the biggest one in the deck for money and finances. But I already told you, the Emperor, the Empress, they have the mother load. They have the mother load. Prosperity, jackpot, success, good fortune, having plenty, money maker, having plenty, sudden wealth. You are the money maker. Let's close out because this has already been long enough for just a next 3 days. But wow, I mean, this is a lot of money. It looks like this is what you're headed towards. And maybe that's the prayer. Maybe you needed the funds to do, I don't know. Maybe you saw yourself on a timeline on a yacht somewhere in the Bahamas. And so we've got to figure out how to make that happen, right? If you want that to happen, nothing is impossible here for you to achieve. So this is leading to it. Somebody just might get a message, though, here that there's some sort of ending. I think that would be what you would, you know, this is how I really feel. This is what I feel about what happened or whatever. Truth talk. Even a lucky number, 777. Wow. Your purpose flows from within you, and everything that is unfolding or being revealed to you is part of your purpose. A state of peace and calmness in your soul. I am in flow. 777 and 999. Thank the past for your lessons and leave it where it belongs so that you can make the best of a life that is still waiting to be fulfilled by only you. I am unique. And that's what I have for you today, Leo. Sending you love and light. Bye.